Were you aware that prior to mid-September, Jim Cramer recommended Tesla stock sales to investors? The opposition of professionals to Tesla is not surprising. The EV company can't merely have admirers, of course. Continue to tune in and watch to see what Jim Cramer has to say. Despite ample evidence that Tesla has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic-related production setback, some investors remain unconvinced. Nevertheless, the number of Tesla detractors is rising every minute. However, some people are unwaveringly positive about Tesla and resistant to change. You're going to learn today why Jim Cramer says you should sell your Tesla stocks before September 15th. Inflation and supply chain disruptions are having a negative impact on the electric vehicle market, but Tesla is still making good decisions to stay afloat. In actuality, the company's revenues and stock price are rising despite a lot of challenges. For the majority of investors, this might be excellent news, but Jim Cramer disagrees. Indeed, he thinks that now is the ideal moment to sell their stock. American television personality and author James Joseph Cramer is better known by his stage name Jim Cramer. He anchors Squawk on the Street and hosts Mad Money on CNBC. Cramer was the founder, senior partner, and manager of hedge funds at Cramer Berkowitz. Using his stock market expertise, Jim Cramer founded Cramer & Co., a hedge fund, in 1987. From 1987 to 2000, Cramer managed his fund and experienced just 1 year of negative returns, after earning an average yearly return of 24% from 1987 to 2001 and generating an average of more than $10 million annually over the course of the 14-year period. He ultimately decided to withdraw from his hedge fund in 2001. In 1996, Cramer co-founded TheStreet.com, a website that offers analysis and recommendations on the stock market, while he was still employed at his hedge fund. Cramer is the company's second largest shareholder. At one point, the market capitalization of the business was $1.7 billion. However, as of August 2019, Abe Maven purchased The Street back in 2005. Jim Cramer agreed to host Mad Money, the CNBC program for which he is best known. Instead than trying to influence viewers' opinions, the show aims to educate them on how to think like seasoned investors. Over the last 10 years, the program's popularity has steadily increased, positioning it as one of CNBC's most watched investing programs. All of my career, I've been fascinated by companies with vociferous bulls and ferocious bears, if only because they can be so entertaining, Cramer once stated. 2019 saw the initial introduction of the concept of investing in Tesla by Jim Cramer's daughter. She chose to hire a Tesla while traveling from Oregon to Los Angeles. She wasn't into cars before, Cramer recalls, but she was amazed by how much she liked driving an electric vehicle and how easy it was to refuel. According to Cramer, she said it was the most fun car in the world. Although Cramer himself had doubts about the firm and cited the high price of the stock, his daughter was completely convinced on Tesla. Yet, Cramer's daughter declared that she still had faith in Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla. She added that because Cramer was too elderly to recognize the promise of electric vehicles, he had a prejudice against the company. Cramer remembers her stating, "I want to buy Tesla stock and I'm going to save up to own a Tesla." According to Cramer, she actually invested in and witnessed a tenfold gain in Tesla shares. She was adamant. He says she bought it and did the work. Thus, Tesla gained a new devotee who was a harsh critic in 2019. Jim Cramer of CNBC's Mad Money went from being an agnostic skeptic of the electric car maker's shares to becoming a fervent bull. The host of Mad Money said that he had grown to love Tesla and now views the company as a battleground stock. Cramer really declared in 2021 that Tesla is a huge buy right here. Ironically, Cramer used to be very bullish about Tesla, but by 2022 he had said that he preferred Ford over Tesla stocks. Cramer revealed that he prefers Ford stock to Tesla shares. He claims that Ford is getting ready to overtake Tesla and take the lead in the EV industry. By 2026, Ford is reportedly hoping to build over 2 million electrified cars. Would you sell your Tesla stock as Cramer suggested if you were an investor? Please share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. According to Cramer, shareholders of Tesla should think carefully about selling their shares rather than holding on to them. Ford's statement that it will boost the yearly production capacity of its planned electric F-150 pickup truck to 150,000 units per year by mid-2023 appears to have played a role in Cramer's choice to choose Ford over Tesla. This vehicle is thought to be a rival to the much-awaited Tesla Cybertruck. Jim Cramer actually took issue with Tesla's upcoming Cybertruck. This is going to be Elon Musk's first failure, he predicted. Of course, this hasn't been confirmed yet, but the amount of pre-orders and reservations for the Cybertruck suggests otherwise. In addition to criticizing Tesla, Cramer suggested switching to a Ford electric vehicle. According to Cramer, Ford plans to create 200,000 battery-powered automobiles in addition to inverters and batteries. He asserts that Ford has historical why outperform Tesla in the pickup truck market and may do so even more going forward. He claimed that Ford already had successful large automobile production facilities in place for a longer period of time than Tesla, which is going through terrible hardships despite growing its plants. James Farley, the CEO of Ford, doesn't do anything that doesn't generate revenue, according to Cramer. This is supported by the fact that once Farley took over in 2020, the company's stock price rose. Like Musk, Farley intends to shift the company's focus from internal combustion engines to electric vehicles, just like Tesla did. Indeed, Cramer added that Ford's prospects for success this year are unlimited and advised acquiring the electric Ford F-100 Lightning truck, an homage to the classic American pickup truck. Although it's possible that Tesla may soon face fierce competition, given the number of large firms starting to switch to electric vehicles, analysts think that at the moment, Tesla is still at the top of its game, and that other businesses are still lagging behind it in terms of technology. Nevertheless, the markets that Tesla and Ford are in are very distinct. In terms of AI advancements, Ford is still a whole generation behind Tesla, despite Ford's attempts to catch up. This begs the question, what made Jim Cramer decide between Ford and Tesla? Some speculate that the general macroeconomic volatility, many experts forecasting a global recession, is one of the causes. Nevertheless, Cramer sees the market favorably and thinks that if certain things go well, stocks would undoubtedly soar. According to Cramer, a variety of economic factors can affect investors' perceptions of the stock market and their choices regarding the purchase and sale of shares. Despite the impression that Cramer just had his sights set on an EV startup, Cramer stated in a recent interview, since he has not endorsed any other electric vehicle manufacturer, it is certain that this is not Tesla. As a matter of fact, he expressed his opinion that Rivian is not the next Tesla. American electric car manufacturer and automotive technology business Rivian Automotive Inc. The chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, is an American business magnate, investor, philanthropist, and he simply said no when asked if he would buy Tesla stock. Nonetheless, it is important for Tesla investors to remember that Buffett has never made investments in companies such as Alphabet Inc. or Netflix Inc. In fact, Buffett highlights Musk's achievements at Tesla in a prior interview. Elon didn't take on Toyota or General Motors, really, with everyone. Having so much, all he needs is an idea. And he's winning. That is the United States. It cannot be imagined. It's incredible, Buffett exclaimed. All of this ultimately comes down to an investor's perception of the business, and it appears that Cramer believes Ford has a far stronger future than Tesla. If you know how to look, you can always uncover equities with strong growth potential. According to Jim Cramer, sometimes it can be as easy as enjoying a business and its offerings, then doing some research to see if the stock seems like a worthwhile investment. According to Cramer, a company has a greater chance of continuing to produce high-quality goods even if customer demand changes if it develops an innovative product that you appreciate. For additional content on Tesla stocks, subscribe to our channel and view our other videos.